And that was the notification. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, and good morning, everyone. Let's see. All right, so we are now setting up. Let me get Twitch set up right here behind the scenes for us. And then, y'all, how are y'all doing? How are y'all holding up? So this morning, I don't know. All right, there we go. Yep, there we go. Good. All right, so Twitch is up and running. Twitch is up and running. Hey. All right. All right. Hello, everyone. How y'all doing? Good morning, Megan D. Still ain't got no fucking mouse. My son ain't bring my shit back yet. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a message for the sign of Pisces. Pisces, my messages are timeless, so when you see them is when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. Pisces, if you're new to my platform, welcome. Please hit that subscription button. It would totally mean the world to me. O cosmic creator, source of all life and light, you are my shepherd guiding me through every valley, every shadow. I lack nothing. For you lead me beside the still waters and restore my soul. In your presence I find peace and strength, for you're with me always. Your rod and staff comfort me, and your love prepares the path before me, even in the face of adversity. Grant me the serenity to embrace what I cannot change, the courage to change what is within my power, and the wisdom to discern the difference as I walk each day in faith. In the presence of your infinite grace, I am unafraid, for your kingdom flows through me as it does all creation. With deep gratitude, I give thanks for the miracles already set in motion in my life. Shift what must be shifted, move what needs to be moved, and illuminate my path with your divine light. Align my heart, my actions, and my soul with your will, for I know that you have already provided the strength, guidance, and blessings that I need. Shift what must be shifted, move what needs to be moved, and illuminate my path with your divine... Okay, something is happening. Shift what must be shifted, move what needs to be moved, and illuminate my path with your divine light. Align my heart, my actions, and my soul with your will. For I know that you have already provided the strength, guidance, and blessings that I need. I release all fear and surrender fully to your higher wisdom. May your goodness and mercy follow me all the days of my life as I dwell in your sacred presence now and forever. Amen. So we have... All right, I don't know what the fuck happened yesterday, but literally, somehow, a message... I know I programmed the whole entire channel yesterday, right? Which happened over the weekend. But yesterday, when I went to go look for the message that was for yesterday, it didn't exist. I sat in front of y'all. I said, I know damn well I I knew I programmed it. So today, I see where it was programmed, but yet I started a different one under something else because of the fact that I couldn't find it yesterday. So it's been little glitches and things of that nature, right? The spirit realm has a message for you. And along with that, Mr. Steele, how you doing? No, everything, well, listen. So the past couple of days, it has been a lot, right? And not a lot bad, but it's not a lot good. It's just a lot, right? And I've been trying to literally weed through the things, one thing at a time. And y'all, I just, like I came to y'all yesterday and I told y'all I felt a lot better, a lot clearer, but some shit just ain't adding up. Because how the hell did the message disappear and reappear and now it's here? But yesterday when I was trying to click on that message, because I said in front of y'all yesterday that I knew I programmed the channel, but for some reason the message did not exist. But it still exists. It's there. Anyway, the spirit world has a message for you. Pisces, the spirit world speaks to you in whispers, carried in the winds of intuition and the currents of your soul. You are a bridge between the realms, a keeper of ancient truths, and right now the message is clear. Trust in the unseen. Well, that's great, right? But this shit is pissing me the fuck off, because trusting in the unseen. And I did this little thing I showed y'all. It was like, you know, being at the crossroads, because, you know, spiritual shit is, oh, I can't put that. That's something different. I need not to show that. All right. So spirit realm at the crossroads, right? Because apparently we're moving. All right. And I don't mean movement could be many different things. So apparently somebody could be moving. But movement. So when there's movement and you're at a four-way stop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would be somewhere in the halfway. So I'm gonna just put it here and then we just gonna move it down. Anyway, so at the crossroads, and then I told y'all it's like you know, the stop sign. Everybody's stop sign or everybody's light is gonna turn green at the same time, right? So this right here where everybody meets. This is where the intersection goes. So which way do you go? Praying for your peace and resilience. Thank God. Because I need to give this in like real world terms, because it's almost like the 3D and the spiritual realm acting at the same time. So if you go right, you can go right. You can go left, you can go up, you can go down, you can go side to side, whatever the fuck you want to choose, right? But you see right now that no matter what choice you make, it's going to change your life. And most times when you make a decision, it might not change your life for the better, for the worse, you know, for anything. It just might be a decision that you make. But these are the decisions that change your life. I'm leaving this person. I'm leaving this place. This job is not good for me. I got to get rid of, you know, the energy that's around. I got to, you know, redo something. I got to do something, but there are limitations in the midst of the thing that you are about to do. So there's limitations. It could be a physical limitation. It could be a monetary limitation. It could be, you know, just say a person ain't got no car. You need to go somewhere, but you ain't got no car. You need to do this by this specific time. You ain't got no car. You ain't got no money. So the only option would be to wake up and walk. You know what I'm saying? And it may be a strenuous walk, 20 miles. But all of a sudden, there's nobody around to take you, but, you know, because this is something important. This is something that's going to change your life. If you don't go, it's going to change your life. If you do go, it's going to change your life. But the people around you can't help you. Everybody is, you know, doing whatever they're doing, okay? So take it how it resonates. But this is the moment in time where it's like the make it or break it. Like, I can't blame everybody else for the fact that I don't got a ride there. My legs work. Your legs might not even work that good. You might got a limp. You might be disabled, you know, in some form or fashion. But you got to get here. If you get here, it's going to change your life. If you don't get here, it's going to change your life. how many people gonna make the decision to walk 20 miles? A lot of people not gonna do that. A lot of people gonna complain. I don't have this. I don't have, the people to take me. I don't have, the money to catch an Uber. They're going to talk about all the reasons why they don't have something. And then they're going to use that. And because they don't go, they didn't take the option to walk the 20 miles because, sometimes in order to get something, you got to give something. It's dedication. It's reciprocation. If you walk to that situation, then everybody sees, the resilience. Everybody sees, like Mr. Steele just said, everybody sees, damn, this person is dedicated. The spiritual realm sees it. The place that you're going sees it. Everybody sees it, right? Because did you just walk here and you're on time? And then the miracles start taking place. Yeah, you got the job. Yeah, you got the house. Yeah, you got the position. And because of the fact that we saw the dedication that you walked here, we're going to set you up with this, and this. Also, because nobody's ever done that. Or on the flip side of that, it is nobody came to pick me up, so I didn't go. And now everything else collapsed. And so whose fault is that? It would be your fault, but people tend to, lack accountability, so they want to blame everybody else. Well, you didn't come and get me. I had nobody. I had no ride. Yada, 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 yada. Oh, woe is me. All right. So that could be one scenario for somebody. All right. So I need to start school because I need to, elevate my life. This next direction is going to take me, it's going to give me the career that I want. It's going to give me the money that I want to make. It's going to give me, but I got to go to school for 6 months and I don't have a ride to school for 6 months. And I'm always normally with a lot of people around, everybody's always here. But when it comes time for me to have to do something of importance that's going to change my whole entire life, that's going to change, my legacy, then nobody's around. Well, maybe they weren't supposed to be around. And instead of you blaming them, maybe now it's the time for the universe is saying, do you trust me? Because technically you could have got out there and at least started walking, and then somebody that you know or don't know stops by, and it hitchhiking ain't good, but it's somebody that somebody that you feel comfortable with. They going on that way, they stop and pick you up. But the dedication was you showed, I took the step in that direction. I put my feet outside the door and I started walking in that direction. All right, so at this point it's almost given. Failure is not an option, all right? Failure is not an option. All right, now we got some other weird ass shit happening, all right? Because not only is failure not an option, not only did I take the initiative in walking out the door to, go to wherever this next phase is, right? Man, it was hard. It took a lot. I was tired when I got there. You may have been exhausted. You may have been at your wits' end by the time you got there. You was walking and it started raining. And I'm still on time. I'm a little wet, but I got there, right? A car happens that, you pull out your umbrella because you was planning for this. It's protection. It might be like insurance. So I pulled out my umbrella because it starts raining. So, no harm, no foul. I was prepared for this shit, right? Because, this is the journey. It's 20 miles. I know it's going to take me an hour to get there, for 20 miles. So fuck it. I'm just going to walk. I'm going to take my umbrella. I'm going to make sure that I'm prepared. I'm going to get me a bottle of water. I'm going to put on my good shoes. And I'm going to take this journey. It starts raining. Pull out your trusty umbrella. Got that. As you're walking, you start to notice like something don't seem right up ahead. Like I know we on the, hey, A-Pans, I got the 210, 2 feet, 10 toes, period. So we on our way. Now it starts raining, but now up ahead, it's like giving, what's those mirages, things ahead? It looks like, water and everything else. But you might believe it's a mirage, or you might know it's a mirage, but you don't know. It's just some shit happening up there. Anyway, it's now got you tense because what the fuck is that? And I'm walking, I don't have no protection, I'm walking. It's giving the vibe like, how did, what is it? It's the footprints in the sand. When you only see one set of footprints, that's the moment that I carried you. All right, so I'm gonna need to be carried through this because this shit, whatever's up there, is looking very scary. And I'm outside, I'm walking, I'm already exhausted. I've been walking over 45 minutes. It's a lot happening, a lot going through my head because, I'm praying that this turns out to be, whatever the best thing is for me. But I don't know. I'm just walking because I got told to do that. Hey, Bex. Welcome. Thank you for being here. All right. The waters of your being are deep, but they are not to be feared. They are a source of your wisdom, your strength, and your connection to the divine. So I trust. I keep walking. The spirit world beckons you to dive in, to explore depths where your power resides. All right. So I'm just going to figure this shit out. Anyway, when I get up to the point where the mirage was, there was actually nothing. There was a puddle of water. So a car happens to come by speeding so fast, splashes water up on your outfit. And now, this could be a disaster. But in the process of you knowing that you was going to be outside, in the rain or whatever, because it may have looked like it was going to rain anyway, there was preparation. So what I didn't tell you was that when you put on your clothes that morning, you knew that since you had to be outside for an hour, you was going to be walking. You actually didn't, you put on maybe like a poncho or something to cover it up. So anyway, there was something that was designed or something that was protection over what was going to happen, because again, spirit realm knows that she gonna walk by this area and this car is going to do this. So you don't know why you're doing all of these things. You don't know why you put on a poncho this in the morning. It wasn't even raining, but you wanted to keep your clothes clean. But the spirit realm knew that it was going to be a car going by real fast. You already knew it was going to be some trouble. You didn't know what was going to happen because you couldn't see what was up there. You just knew that something didn't feel right about that position because you saw it happening already. And just like, your intuition thought, when you got there, the water splashed up, it was all over your shit. But because you had on the plastic little, covering, you kept on walking. Blessings upon blessings to you all. Have a great day. You too, Mr. Still. So anyway, long story short, by the time you get to the place, you're exhausted. You're tired. But you're on time. You did it yourself. You pushed through even when you didn't even think you had the strength. Like you've never walked 20 miles ever before in your life. So this is 20 unprepared miles to a destination and a location that you don't know. Hey, Katrina, that you don't know what the fuck could potentially happen when you get there. All you know is that the universe is telling you to do that and it's going to change your life. Now, not to mention that when shifts like this happen, of course, the minions come out. Because the minions want to make sure that you don't get to this assigned destination, to this assigned place, to whatever all of these things are happening. So this morning, right, I go to get into the shower, and I decided that I wanted to know how my day was going to go, right? And sometimes I do this by music, right? Because I just put on Pandora and let's see what the universe wants to give me. And I know that may sound weird to y'all, but I channel through music. It works for me a lot. It actually kind of sets my day. Like, I can kind of, get on Apple Music and I can program it to, do a thing. I didn't want to program it. So when I don't want to program it and I just want to hear what the universe spits out, I just log into Pandora. So the first song that comes up on Pandora is I'll find you again. All right? Kevin Gates, I'll find you again. Now, those of you that know me know that I got a serious love-hate relationship with Kevin Gates, right? Mind you, lately it's just been a lot of he can get somebody else to do it because, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Clearly, something has glitched in the system. Mind you, I feel like the glitch is happening for a lot of people. Anyway, I'll find you again. I'll find you again is like one of my favorite songs because it's like spirit realm. I don't know what was in his brain at the time, and I'm not going, you know, act like I know because the man's retarded in his own words, okay? So take it how it resonates. Those was his words, not mine. So in my mind, every time I hear that song, these is the lyrics. He said, you could be used to something, man. You know, every day you grow, every day you changing. And I never try to change on you, but it's just like I had to do it by myself. I had to do it by myself for so long. When you came back into my life, it just don't feel right. So imagine I'm talking to myself, right? I'm talking to me. And I done went through so much dealing with this realm, this universe, this timeline. Like, man, how much more shit do you want to show me about this place? Like, it's already like I don't like it. I don't like the people. I don't like the situations. I don't like this. Like, I feel like I'm alien in a world that just don't get it, right? Because everybody has their own perspective on a situation. Everybody sees things the way they want to see it. But I'm talking to me now. And I never try to change on you, but it's just like, have you ever woke up in your own body and didn't know it or didn't understand it or didn't feel it? It's like you woke up in a place in a body that wasn't yours. Has anybody ever had that feeling? I have. And it's the weirdest feeling to be in because it's almost like you know you. I know me. I wouldn't do no shit like that, and I wouldn't put up with no shit like that. I wouldn't tolerate a lot of the shit that, you know, happens in the world. I don't want to be a part of that. Hey, beautiful Aaron, love you. Thank you for being here. And so imagine waking up in a body because, in women, I'm sure we go through this a lot, especially women that have had kids and the changes of your body, right? Your body starts doing shit that, you know, like, why? Why are you doing that? That we're not used to that. I'm not used to that. So, excuse me. The other part of this is, and you know, I'm sure everybody can feel this part. You talking to yourself, you know, getting yourself through certain situations. But if you ever had, well, women, again, if you ever had any type of surgeries or anything like that, right? That part of your body, for some reason, will always feel a little bit different to you than it did before that cut was ever made, or before whatever infraction, you know, if you broke a bone or something of that nature. It's almost like your body will tell you, like, that part was damaged. That part was damaged, so you got to be easy on it because, but meanwhile, your body is used or is designed to heal itself. So if you allow it to just do the things that it needs to do for itself, it will regenerate. It will do whatever it needs to do if everything's working properly, right? So I took your heart away. I took your heart. Like, you didn't realize that it was missing. So then something else played out this morning because this confused the shit out of me. And no disrespect for nobody, but literally, fuck that. So just imagine these are the things that we're being taught all the time, right? So what the fuck is this? All right, I don't know. That popped up, but it pertains to something. Anyway, so this is what was being said, right?
Listen, ain't you tired of going?
Oh, God. Fall in love with a man. Okay, I can't play it because it got music in it. So what it says, what he said was, I think that's the minister, Farrakhan. This man said, when you, as a woman, fall in love with a man, that you are to sacrifice everything for this man. I need the words, because let me tell you something. I need the real words, because when you fall in love with a man, that love makes you willing to give yourself up. I'm not talking about giving up your body. I'm talking about giving up your mind, giving up your own aspirations, your own desires for your future. When you fall in love with a man, you give up your light to accept his light. You see me talking to him, brother, and they ain't arguing with me either. He said that's why it's so dangerous to play games with a woman. I'm telling you, brother, if you don't mean it no good, please leave her alone. Don't play with her. All right. Well, guess what? I posted that shit, but underneath the caption I posted, I pray that type of love never finds me. Dear God, I pray that that type of love never, ever, ever, ever finds me. This is how my morning started off. Because I seen that first. I posted that. Then I got in the shower. And then the song said, I'll find you again. I pray that type of love never ever finds me. Because if not for nothing, if I'm to give up my own thoughts and my own aspirations, what the fuck am I living for? Like, ain't no way in hell nobody is going to tell me that my design was to be somebody else's. Like, what the fuck is happening around this bitch? God, because then I instantly went into, like, God, you could not have designed this place with me in mind ever. And I don't mind, the submission. I love the old school relationships. I love, like, I'm very traditional when it comes to, but you just told me to give up my identity, who I am, for a man. I don't like it here. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I don't like it. And I know good and damn well, and, I be cussing, and right now, I'm not even apologetic on the cuss words. I'm just not. I'm so tired of every time you turn around, it's always somebody with balls and a dick talking out the side of their neck. Because first and foremost, show me. Show me. Like, don't try to, badger me with some shit that I know ain't right. Show me. Show me how it's done. Because ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. So, the spirit world has a message for you. That can't be it, because I don't like that one. You can have that back. Return to sender. I never try to change on you, but it's just like... So if they never try to change on us, but we do know that people change, seasons change, things fucking change. That's the only thing that we are certain about in this world is change. Shit changes. Now, did God know, or did the universe know, or did spirit know, did the ancestors know, did anybody fucking know how bad these people was going to corrupt the world? Yup, they knew. They knew, because it's not only been corrupted once, it's not only been corrupted twice, it's been corrupted multiple times. Sodom and Gomorrah type shit. So now we got somebody, let's try to get it back in alignment. But every time I am noticing that there has been an issue and issues come along in the world, it seems like it keeps being because people want to keep kind of trying to control the narrative as to this is what you're supposed to be doing. This is how it's going to get done. This is how you get into the pearly gates of heaven. Because why? God can only give you the message. Good morning, son. I had to do it by myself for so long. When you came back into my life, it just don't feel right. Imagine taking care of yourself and imagine doing everything that you need to do for yourself and everything is, fine, hunky-dory, however you want to say it. And then all of a sudden now somebody comes along. That's been on the porch since yesterday. I forgot to get that.
You saw a message I sent you?
What's the message?
I got an interview at
10. 10?
Yeah.
10 o'clock?
Yeah, Partners Personal.
All right, that's fine.
That's by QT.
Yeah. So when you came back into my life, it just don't feel right because I'm not that. I'm not from, 1902. And then there's a past love, a past life, a past something, because these are like the people that you're running into, reincarnated, individuals. And hey, we're here at the same time in this realm, but this is the shit that you listen to. This is what you are. And not for nothing, even me. Bitch, you got a potty mouth. You stay cussing. And you shouldn't be, yada, 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 yada. Although, the funny part about, my curse words and things of that nature, even studies have shown people that cuss more tell the truth. So, although I felt bad about cussing, then, they start giving me facts and things of that nature. And I'd be like, well, shit. Seems like I might be onto something. And it's always a form of control. Somebody wants to control the narrative. This is what it's supposed to look like. This is what it's supposed to taste like. This is what it's supposed to be. This is the chalk line. Y'all, Spirit World has a message for you. Do what you want. Do what you will. Do what feels good to your soul. And, people going to say, oh, well, everybody can't just do what they want because, yada, 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 yada. Everybody can't do what they want because some people should hold themselves accountable and you shouldn't be doing fuck shit. But, people don't know what fuck shit is. So a message popped up yesterday and it was a picture of a grown-ass fucking man, 22. Okay, the man's 22 years old. Let me see if I can find it. This is the picture. Looks very wholesome and whatnot, right? These is the people that we keep fucking listening to, and this is the shit that keeps being given. So, in a world where a grown-ass man should know that marrying a child don't make no sense, people don't know that marrying a child don't make no sense. So, did I save it? Did I save it? Let's pray that I did. Anyway, the picture is of a man and a little girl, and they're washing dishes. You would think that it's a father and a daughter. Come to find out, guess what? It's not a father and a daughter. It's a 22-year-old man that's married to a 9-year-old girl. And back in this day and time, it was okay for somebody to get married to a 9-year-old child. Her mother and everybody condoned getting married to this 9-year-old child. So the picture was of him teaching her how to wash dishes, basically take care of a household and some other shit. But he was 22, she was 9. The mom condoned it. Now, everybody back at that time thought it was ludicrous. So then all of a sudden they started putting in, you know, rules and regulations. You can't be marrying a 9-year-old because it's, you know, she's 9. You literally took a 9-year-old and you taught them to be a wife. Like the 9-year-old never got to play, never got to go hang out, never got to nothing. So can you imagine somebody taking any one of your children at 9 and now they're married to a full-grown ass adult? All right. So fast forward into time, these people had 26 kids. It wasn't that many, but shit, it might as well have been enough, because what the fuck you think they was doing? It was a lot of kids. So when the tables turned and their daughter turned 16, one of their kids, and some grown-ass man wanted to marry them, they said they wish she would wait until she got 21. These people got this man arrested. Mind you, this is the 22-year-old man that married a 9-year-old daughter, 9-year-old girl. When it was his turn to put his daughter on a chopping block for somebody to marry her young, oh, he didn't want to do that. Why was it okay for him to marry a 9-year-old and not for another grown-ass man to marry his 16-year-old? So the part of this, all the shit's wrong. Because why would you not let the children be children? So something's not adding up to me, because even in the Bible, it states that when you are, you know, of fruit-bearing age, childbearing age is when, you know, you would have a cycle and this, that, and the third. So nobody ever said anything about, you know, the dates, the times, the, you know, how old. And it was when you experience a period, then, you know, you can be off doing things. But long story short, if I now introduce a lot of bullshit, a lot of trash, a lot of garbage, a lot of pesticides, a lot of whatever it is they poison into the system, and now I start making Aaron have a cycle at 7 or at 6, or now it's being groomed bigger, faster. Did God anticipate that? Well, we're going to have to say yes, because, you know, God knows everything. And at this point in time, the spirit world has a message for you. And I don't know if y'all, you know, picking up what I'm putting down, but the thing that I'm gathering here is these people don't know shit. They don't know more than what you know. And even though they know, they have, you know, documentation and books and things of that nature, they don't want to read none of that. Because civilization, does any of it sound civilized? All right, so back to the thing. I'll find you again. So, you know, I might have been looking for myself in the process of, you know, this whole entire thing. Or I might have been looking for you, Aaron. Either way, when I show up now, 10,000 years later, 3,000 years later, I'm not the same. Because I may have been living in a whole lot of older, you know, dimensions, or a whole lot of, you know, simulations or whatever that was not as free as this one. Because this one tells you, Aaron, you could be anything. You don't have to just be a man's cum bucket. You can, you know, do whatever it is that you want to do. You have a brain. You're not the mindless scarecrow or whatever the hell. Who didn't have a brain? Whatever it is, you get to have an opinion. But now, you know, let's rewind the time because y'all done got too opinionated around this bitch, and I need for y'all to learn to shut the hell up and let me think for you. Let me tell you how you feel when you wake up. Let me tell you what you're supposed to do all day long and how you're supposed to feel about it. Whether or not, Aaron said fuck no. So Aaron's too opinionated for this world already because, Aaron, you were supposed to let me tell you that that man is your man. And that man, you need to put, and mind you, listen, I love men. I love the whole relationship gamut of, you know, some, you know, I love. I'm a Pisces, so let's not get it fucked up. And I love being able to take care of your partner and, you know, doing the things like, baby, you had a long day. Let me rub your shoulders. Let me rub your feet. Let me what you want me to do, sir? Like, but for me to have to not have a brain, I rebuke that. I rebuke everything about it. Feels like something's missing and you feel like you just different. So you gotta forgive me if I act strange with you, never changed with you. This shit is fucked up because in my mind, everything has changed. In my feelings, I feel like everything has changed. So who am I supposed to believe? Aaron said we're not going back there. And no, ma'am, I just told you. I just told God, I pray that type of love never finds me. Like, if you looking for me for that, don't. Because this is the funniest thing in the world. And I mean, like, for real. When I figured out that I can love myself. Hey, Aunt Darlene.
Hey.
What you doing?
You in the middle of your thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Call me when you're done.
All right, I love you. I'll call you back.
Love you too.
Bye. So when I figured out that maybe you don't like some of the things that you have been doing because of the fact it wasn't what you wanted. You liked that because this is what your family wanted for you. This is what your children, you know, liked. This is what your husbands, and I done had a couple of them, this is what they liked. So I don't have no lack of getting a husband or any of that. I don't have no lack of getting a man, just so y'all know. Right now, what I have is a lack of, I don't like the bullshit. I don't like the people. I don't like, you know, it's always ulterior motives. When people are coming into your life, they already got a plan, the whole thing planned out for you. Aaron, so you get with a man and this man is, you know, well-to-do and they already got everything set up in their life. This is what I need a wife for. So they already have stipulations on, you know, what they need a wife for. I need you to, you know, iron my pants, make sure I get breakfast first thing in the morning. I need you for anything that, you know, I'm doing in my life. I need you to be an assistant to. And all of that's cool, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But what if Aaron has her own mind? What if Aaron, you know, I can fit into whatever this is. Like, I can do all the things for me and them, but I also have my own stuff. Somebody would be jealous over the fact that, Aaron, you have your own life. They just want you to cater to them. Because that's all y'all bitches is good for. In case y'all didn't know. I no longer know who you are, but I'll find you again. I'll find you again, love. Mind y'all, this is one of my favorite songs. So, all I knew was to run it up and try to stack, try to stay focused. So materialistic, you better say it, Katrina. A slave, basically, yes. Because then I had to think about it. Just imagine even the people who have kids. What y'all do to the kids? Go get me this. Go get me that. It's almost like almost unconsciously programmed that this is what we're doing. We do it to the kids because, you know, now the kids learn that they go get me something, go do this, go do that. You know, everybody gets put in the slavery position at some point in time or another. But mind you, some of us are doing it very willingly. Because listen, not for nothing, some of these niggas out here is fine. Some of these men is fine, right? And this is what I'm offering you, young lady. So, Aaron, I know you got a son, right? So I'm gonna come into your life and I'm gonna upgrade you. So I'm gonna give you the car, the house, the life that you've ever dreamed of. You know, whatever it is that you thought. You won't be struggling with your child no more. I don't want you having to go to school. I don't want you having to do nothing. Your life is here, right? Which is cool. I told y'all, Mike Rashid said at one time, it should be a vibe, right? It should be a vibe. That is a vibe. It is a vibe when, you know, you have a person that you can count on and you, you know, can love on and they love you back. It's equal give and take. But you're, and I mean on all aspects, like whatever you aspire to be, I help you, you know, do that. But for me to have to lose my full entire identity and now pick up your shit, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm never doing that. I'm never doing that again. How about that? Ever. In this lifetime, in 9,000 other lifetimes, whatever, how many ever other lifetimes, I rebuke it. I rebuke it. Because at some point in time, we have to get out of the slavery maybe mentality. Because if you are a light being, Aaron, Katrina, you're a light being, 8 Pans is a light being, everybody is a light being. That means that how do we co-create together in the system? And that don't mean like, you know, one person trying to manipulate everybody into doing what they want them to do. No, let's just tell the truth. Let's just, you know, tell the truth, shame the devil, let everybody know what it is, and let everybody choose their position. It's almost like what I said about when I had to go to jury duty. I didn't want to fucking go to no jury duty. I don't even want to be involved in a system like that. But guess the fuck what? I'm sure if you now put a sign up list and say who all want to go to fucking jury duty, you can get 9,000 people who ain't got shit else better to do, some old people that don't got nothing else better to do. It would make their fucking day to go to jury duty. Some young people that don't got no job, it would make their day to go to jury duty. Because if I just got to sit there and I can get $25 or whatever, it would make somebody's fucking day to go to jury duty. And I get it. We would have to watch out for people who, you know, trying to get cases and this, that, and the third and yada, yada, yada. But guess what? I'm sure you can still get the volunteers, and I'm sure you can still finagle the bagel to where, you know, people would not be allowed to, you know, manipulate on certain cases. And first and foremost, every time I've ever seen it says a jury of your peers, it don't ever look like a jury of your peers, because a jury of my peers will be people who came from where I came from. But instead they get people who don't come from where I came from to, you know, judge over you. That's what it looks like. Because a jury of your peers would be some people who went through the same shit that you went through, or going through the same shit that you're going through. So spiritually, something's looking for you, right? Because that's what I gathered this morning. I wake up to one thing saying this thing, and then there's something else that also gave me like a manipulation of the energy. One day you'll be up to bat and I'm on it, fingernails trying to scrape with the safety pin, break it down to crack whoever won it. You know, that's probably some other shit that we don't need to know about. But anyway, the point of it is the message that came. That was the first song, but before that, it was something else that was taking place and happening. And I'm saying, okay, I just woke up. And right now, y'all stressing me out to a level of, you know, 10, when y'all know I'm not that. But the funny part is, what are you? What are you? In this world, when you could be so much, when so much is happening, what really are you? Because if I told you what you are, and that's what you've been believing this whole entire time, that's all you're gonna know. So how many of y'all have thought about half the stuff that you have been told your whole entire life? Does it even resonate with you? Probably not, because that's how a lot of y'all got to the spirit realm. That's how a lot of y'all started being a lot more spiritual than, you know, religious, and a lot more, you know, pushing people away because people keep trying to put you in these boxes. I need you to be this, 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 and this. No, never mind you. Nobody ever asked you what you wanted. Now it's time for healing and renewal. Let go of the weight of the past, the doubts that cling to you like shadows. The waters are rising, and with them comes a transformation, one that will awaken you to the truths that have always been inside of you. And a lot of y'all gonna come to the conclusion that you don't like none of this shit. I don't like the people. I don't like the places. I don't like the situations. I don't like the circumstances. I don't like the fucking weather right now. Something is off. Aaron said it's a lot of no for her too. Yes, it's a lot of no. Like, how the fuck did you just wake up now and realize, like, it's a lot of shit that's playing out that I don't like that? Ain't no way in hell or on this earth or in heaven anybody would have took me and said, we know her soul's mission, her soul's purpose, and let's put her at this date and time with these people. Ain't no fucking way. Because if I start to really think about who I am as a person, So, reprogramming. How do you reprogram a system and you don't even have the actual code to reprogram the system? And how many of y'all are over 20? Because you got to think, at this point, I done lived more than half of my life under conditions that I didn't even create. Under circumstances that I never even asked for. Okay, but they said you asked for it before. You asked for it before you got here. Your soul chose this. Ain't no fucking way in hell. Ain't no way my soul chose any of this shit. So now I'm confused. Because how? You're not alone. The spirits of your ancestors, your guides, and the very stars above are calling you to walk the path of your highest calling. Trust the signs, trust the synchronicities, and trust yourself. How many times y'all done heard that shit? And how much of it is working? It all works. I promise you it all works. And even though we have days and times like this when it's like a realization of so much bullshit, after you get through the so much bullshit and realizing that two things exist. Two things do exist. The one thing is, as of now, I haven't gone or reached as far as I'm going to go. But also now, at this present moment, this is the furthest I've ever been. I'm proud of myself for that. But do you know how hard it is to fucking unbury yourself? Like, I can show y'all my pool right now. My pool is empty, right? Down to the bottom. Try to get the leaves out. That's it. But if I show y'all how my pool looks empty as opposed to it full, it'll damn sure give you a whole different perspective. Because in my mind, I'm saying when the pool is full, it don't look that deep. It don't look that deep at all. But right now, if I go sit to the edge of this pool and look how it looks when it's empty, all I be thinking is, if somebody fall from this height, your ass is dead. Your ass is dead. So when there's nothing in it, and you can use that right there for a perfect analogy or metaphor or whatever the hell analogy or whatever the hell they call it. When it has nothing in it, you could fall and break your neck and die. But when it's filled up with water, the fall ain't gonna be that heavy or that hard. The water will cushion you, but shit, you could also drown. So in either end, it could be deadly if you don't know how to swim or if you don't know how to fall correctly. So in my mind, there's another thing. I can recall, being a project baby, right? And not to the extent of, I ain't saying that it was hard like everybody else, because, I done seen some project shit and my life probably wasn't touching their shit, right? So, but it was the projects nonetheless. And it was townhouses, row houses, right? And so called Clark's Corner. I remember as a child wondering how it would feel to jump out the window. Have y'all ever just wondered things of that nature when you was little and just did shit that didn't make any sense, probably as an adult? But have you ever wondered how, if you would hurt yourself if you jump out of a window? Like, let me know if I'm weird for that. Because literally, I wondered if I could jump out a window and not break a leg. Guess what I did? Got out the window, but for some reason, like a dumbass idiot, held onto the window instead of just letting it go. I mean, I eventually had to fall and drop, but the scariest part was after I climbed out the fucking window, if I had to just jumped, I mean, if a 2-story window ain't really that far of a jump, like, because it was on the 2nd floor. But can I imagine jumping out of a 2-story window right now? And why the fuck did I hold the window? Why did I hold the window? Why didn't I just turn around and jump? Either way, I didn't break nothing. I didn't die. I found out what it felt like to jump out of a window. I never wanted to do it again. But the thing is, I did it wrong anyway to begin with. It should have been jump, tuck, and roll. Because there are even lessons to falling. There's lessons that you learn even in falling. It's like if I decided I'm going to go and, I got to get away from somebody and I need to, do some... You figure out a way to try not to hurt yourself to the worst extent, all right? So even in the process of everything that you're going through, the spirit world has a message for you. There's always a way to do something. Yeah, because you definitely get that, burn it to the bottom of the feet that travels up to your ankles. But when you're a kid, you don't feel that. It's like when, how they tell you, like, children are resilient. So you can throw a baby, out of a window. Somebody can catch the baby. The baby, may or may not remember falling. But even if the baby lands, in something or whatever, the baby may not break the bones that we would probably break at this age. So it's like when you're learning something new, when you're new, it's like a little, and babies are more fragile. That's the thing. So you are more rough, rigid, all of that, rough and tough. I don't know. As an adult, but as a baby, probably, more precious, more, whatever the word is for soft. But mind you, you can handle more than an older person. Because if an old person jump out the window, they're done for. Take it how it resonates for you. Either way, embrace the unknown with an open heart, for you are destined to illuminate the way for others. The spirit world has your back. You are held. You are loved. You are powerful. Even when we don't feel like it. Even when everything is coming at us at all angles and we got to walk 20 miles to get somewhere that would take an hour or 2 hours to get to, where if somebody could come along and help us and we would be there in 5 minutes, it would set our life up, for the course. But sometimes you don't appreciate it unless you have to walk for it. I mean, take it how it resonates. A lot of people don't appreciate shit when it's just given. But when you got to walk for that thing, when you got to go extra miles out of your way, when shit is, and you finally get it, it's worth all the more. And somebody else would say that really ain't worth, you know, yada, 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 but it's worth a lot when you went through a lot to get it. I jumped through fucking timelines and hell to come get your ass. Well, that sounds great, but please know what you're lining yourself up for when you get there to get it, okay? So, take it how it resonates for y'all. But I already told y'all 2 things happened to me already this morning that let me know it's a huge ass fucking no. So anybody that thinks along those lines and think that I'm involved in that, please find somebody else to do it, because I'm never gonna be that type of bitch. I'm never gonna be that type of female. I'm never gonna be that type of feminine energy. I'm never gonna be like, I'm just not doing it. I'm not, because I don't want to. Like, in my mind, before I do that, before I live my life in somebody else's mind and somebody's eyes, God could take me to heaven right now, today, because fuck no. And that's how serious I am about this, because I don't know who these men think they are or where they, like, I'm confused. And again, I ain't being disrespectful, but take it how it resonates for you. I know what I want for me. I know what I'm going to do for me, and I don't need nobody thinking for me on it. So if y'all like that, then y'all do that. But as for me, in my conscious brain or unconscious brain, I got a big fuck y'all, okay? And whatever boat y'all think y'all coming in and on and everything else, turn it around. Turn it around. Because I'm always going to be a problem to anybody that thinks I'm going to be mindless, brainless, and stupid. Get somebody else to do it. Like, in with my chest and my whole heart. Get somebody else to do it. Anyway, I love y'all. And so I'll be seeing y'all back again today, because the message from yesterday was shown today. And I don't know what time I'm gonna do it, but either way, there's that. Yeah, that's all I got for y'all. Heidi ho. Go with God.